Hey guys, HDvee here, and welcome to a brand new video. Today, we have a huge new rumor to go over for Pokemon Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl, Legends Arceus, and just the future of the franchise. Now, as always, with these kinds of videos, take them with a grain of salt. We do not know if they are true or not, but it is always fun to go over and take a look what we could be seeing in the future Pokemon games. So if you're excited for the video, make sure to drop a like down below. 500 likes would be greatly appreciated. Leave a comment about everything to do with today's rumor, and subscribe if you're brand new. We do daily Pokemon content on the channel. With all of that out of the way though, let's get into the video and take a look at the latest Pokemon rumors. So, starting things off, this is the rumor. As you can see, it is an absolute big boy. It goes over the whole future of Pokemon, and then we're going to finish off by going over the comments and seeing what the general community have to say about the rumor, because I like seeing what people think about it. You know, not just my take on it, but it's everybody else's as well. Anyway, this was posted 4 days ago at the time I'm recording this, and it says information regarding tentative planning and scheduling beyond the Sinnoh remake season, as well as some clarification on that. Now, it has 67 upvotes as well, and you know, fake BS leaks just usually don't get any upvotes at all. Usually get like downvotes, a lot of hate and stuff, but the fact that it just got 67 upvotes kind of makes me think that the community are like, you know what, this could be true. Anyway, they say, hello, just received a massive info dump and had to make an account to share, so thank you, David NN, I appreciate it. Says, first, Sword and Shield will have a part 3 for people who have already bought the DLC or purchased the bundle version. Not a new map, but an underground system expanded on raid dens, much more extensively with actual in-depth locations and a fully 3D camera experience. Can't share much about this because the sources will be compromised, but it's relatively underwhelming and mainly only serves to keep Sword and Shield the main game for the meta until Generation 9. Now that's what I'm talking about when I say I think that Sword and Shield might get a free update. You know, something like this, which is available to everybody, even though this is saying that it's only available to people that have bought the DLC and stuff. But you know what I mean? Something like this, or a free update, which just allows all of the old Pokemon to come back in and just keeps the game fresh and more alive, because as everyone does think, Generation 8 Sword and Shield is going to be the main competitive hub of Pokemon until Generation 9. So they will have to do something to it to make that a reality. Anyway, it says BDSP info. The majority of this game is Diamond and Pearl with a few Platinum changes, mainly the Pokedex. Also, the only new Pokemon is Sylveon. You can evolve Eevee into Sylveon in Hearthome City. Fantina is from Kalos, not France. Retconned info. I don't know the method though. This confirms that one of the changes in this game will be the inclusion of fairy types. Many people also like the feature where Pokemon follow you in the overworld, and I'm hearing from a single source that this will indeed be happening. Amity Square will then be converted into a feature similar to Pokemon Ame, according to this one source. To cater to people who preferred Platinum, DLC is indeed happening. You should think of this as a larger version of the Delta episode. The name is set to change, but I'm hearing Glistening Platinum. Price is not known. Maybe they already decided by now. One important piece of info to note is this. Every remake season, a different strategy is taken, determined by how the region is known and what will sell better. Chibi is a one-time thing, because they have decided that these two types of games are the best way to revisit Sinnoh specifically, and in general, Game Freak is very unhappy with the situation. They want to have all of the leverage with the main series of Pokemon, and they had to outsource just this once, because getting Legends Arceus done the right way is important to them. Future games in this open world format will not be taking this long to develop properly, and therefore they will only need to outsource. They will not need to outsource again. So apparently that's why the Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl games have been outsourced to Ilka. We did make a video talking about Ilka the other day, so make sure to go check that out if you haven't already. So yeah, I'm not really sure how I feel about that, like Platinum being a kind of Delta episode thing, but it's a DLC. Like, in my opinion, I thought you'd just complete the game and then you would get like the Platinum episode or whatever. Having it as an extra DLC, what does that mean the post game of Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl is going to be then? Top of my head, I can't think of what it would be, unless it's going to be like allowing you to go to all of the different mythical events, like the Floroma Paradise or whatever, where Shaman is, and then where Darkrai is, and Cresselia and Arceus and all this and that. That would be a really good post game. But if they are doing this, where they're doing like the Platinum episode as DLC, then what is the post-game of Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl? Says Pokemon Legends Arceus info, the most secretive project to date. They are very careful about this here, and thus I do not know much about what the game consists of. There will be an event regarding this towards the end of 2022, either a DLC or potential old style, and it will be free. As you explore in the game, a focus is for you to eventually recognize your starting city and what it is in the modern world. I won't spoil this. Just know that this game is extremely experimental, but while this is an experiment, it is a chance to give fans what they are seemingly asking for and to see how they respond, which will affect many future decisions of future gaming planning. So yeah, nothing really new about Legends Arceus there at all, to be fair. I don't really know why they wrote this. The only thing that they've said is that we're going to be getting an event regarding this towards the end of 2022, which is going to be a DLC or free thing or whatever. But apart from that, it doesn't go into any detail about the game. And then it says, note, the following is considered tentative planning and primarily discussions. Most of this can be subjected to change. So as you can see, it goes over all of the future years. Now, it's always an interesting one when like these rumors and stuff go out of their way to talk about like the future of Pokemon, because like how would they know this? And this really goes above and beyond all the way up to 2027. Anyway, in 2023 is Generation 9, and it will be launching at the end of this year. I confirm that they did internally already decide on the region inspiration, but it is not known to me currently. I'm hearing Australia, Denmark, India, or a Chinese city as all potential locations, all from different sources, so take this with heaps of salt. The graphics in this game will be improving greatly, and Pokemon Legends Arceus will be a test as to what aspect of an open world concept people enjoy and what elements to omit to patch. So it could end up being a completely fixed camera or a fully 3D camera experience or anything in between. They're just going to wait and see how people will enjoy it. Dexit, however, which is obviously the national dex, will most likely be solved by this point. They want to have it all figured out by before or by Generation 10 in order to have a complete roster for that generation. So nothing really new about Gen 9. Again, like I say, according to this person, they're still working on like the ins and outs and just kind of waiting for the response of Legends Arceus before they kind of give the green light to this game. Then in 2024, we're getting DLC for Generation 9. Following a Sword and Shield like DLC schedule. I feel like this is going to be kind of, whether this is true or not, I feel like this is just going to be the wave now. I feel like Isle of Armor and Crown Tundra did really well. It kept the game alive. They were cheaper as well, and people I think just enjoyed it more. Like I definitely think DLC is the next step instead of a third installment, because like I say, it's basically the same game. It's more, it's expensive, it's the same price as the other game, and there's not usually that many new things. So I am fully all for DLC instead of a third installment. They will expand upon the map and the story and the way the first two DLCs for Generation 9 did. It will most likely consist of the first two the same way Generation 8 did, but it is unknown if later down the line it will have a third part, the way Generation 8 did/will. This DLC, just like the Generation 8 DLC, will be a paid edition. The price though has not been decided yet. Potentially within the year of 2024, we could also receive a Let's Go sequel taking place in Johto. The release date for this is not decided. More info in 2025. Well, good job we've got info about 2025. Many possibilities for this year. They could do absolutely nothing, like a break year for simply developing what comes after, which you will see. They could release a Let's Go sequel in this year or not. If they did, it would be at the beginning of the year. They could simply release 2027's releases. Let's Go Johto happening or not has not been finalized yet. A new Pokemon Go could affect whether or not Let's Go Johto will happen or if it will not. I don't know why they would make a new Pokemon Go. That literally makes no sense. Like, there's no reason to make a new Pokemon Go. 2026, the farthest my info will span. Interesting, because we've got 2027 right there, as they don't really plan this far in advance. 2026 is the 30th anniversary of Pokemon, and there will be a heap of announcements for the main series. This is internally called Project Nidorina, because Nidorena's Pokedex number is 30, and this is the plan for the 30th anniversary. Such a random Pokemon. I get it because of the Pokedex entry. It's just such a random one. Some internal humor that Game Freak is playing around with. First, Generation 10 will at least be announced during the year of 2026. This region will commemorate but not include all of the regions that came before, but will be one new region similar to Paseo in terms of calling back to every other region. Lore-wise and timeline-wise will be very encompassing. Additionally, 2026 also has plans for a season of Unova remakes, and the Generation 10 region will be described as being the physically closest to Unova, but relating to all of the past regions. The real-world regional inspiration is not decided. For Unova, plans will likely bleed into 2027, and DLC, if it were to happen for Generation 10, would also happen in 2027. But it is not known whether or not it will be happening, just if it does, it will be 2027. All of these decisions will be known to the public via announcements in the year of 2026. God, so much more to go over. This person has really gone out of their way to just talk about like all of this, man. Like, I don't know who spends that much time coming up with this. I just don't know why you would. Like, how would you get this much information? It's just kind of crazy. But anyway, we're in 2027 now. Unova will follow a strategy similar to, but not identical to, the Sinnoh remake season. This time there will be a Legends sequel first, 2 games that stress that they take place within 2 different timelines, being a prequel to either of the 2 original games, Black and White. The lore in Unova will be witnessed in these games. The other game is extremely exciting. Plans show a crazily large game, meaning this single game, like, very expensive, and will have all 4 of the Unova games, as well as 2 more sequels in one game. This will be remade in complete 3D. One source is interpreting this as having 6 saved files in one game. Features like interacting with previous protagonists can be made even cooler, such as them having your team from another save file. That's something I've always really wanted, just to like see a protagonist in the future, but they have the team that you have on one of your other save files. It'd be so cool. Lots of wild ideas are currently being thrown around for this right now. I'm not entirely sure what to believe, but it'll be big. The new sequel parts of the game will hopefully tie everything together in Unova, and events there will parallel events in the Gen 10 region. So it says, final note, next to none of my sources have even mentioned the next Switch system, so I'm led to believe that the newer games might be playable on the current Switch model, but this is just pure speculation on my end. It could be that whenever the new version releases, any games after that will only be playable on the newer Switch version, but what I do know for sure, as confirmed by large analysts that many of you have probably already heard from, is that older games will definitely be playable on the newer model. For example, playing Sword and Shield on the newer Switch, I do not know at all when this system will be shipping. It could be as early as before the end of this year, or as late as the end of 2023. Also, please don't run with this information. As the note high above said, a big part of this is due to the preliminary planning that is currently ongoing internally, and some of which has not been yet finalized this time. I feel like saying that's just a cop-out though, being like, I've said all this information, but, you know, like I say, it could be false. It's just a cop-out, because then if it is false, they can be like, I did say it, it's definitely like not confirmed. And it says, many of what you have read is confirmed. Okay, fair play. And some of which has not been yet finalized at this time. Many of what you have read, I just read that. The information from many different sources has been pieced together to interpret what the plans really are. Tips off info are real, but I have been conclusive proof firsthand from my sources, and the fact is that most of the evidence is material that I cannot share, because those would hurt the... Again, like, I don't know how to believe this, man. I know this is the accurate information because multiple people confirmed it to be unrelated. Yeah, I mean, again, this isn't really just giving any, like, concrete evidence. It's just this person saying, yeah, it's definitely true because this guy told me. So it's not actually giving us anything. What does the actual Reddit community think of it, though? Even though it sounds crazy and fake, upvote for the effort of writing it all. Good job. Literally within the past 2 weeks, people were jokingly getting sad over the fact there haven't been any leaks on the sub. Of course, this is probably fake, but there is way more effort put into this leak than others out there. As someone who works in IT, I know the company is planned 10 years in advance, which is why I feel this is credible. It's so detailed and can't understand why anyone in their right mind would make this up, so I actually feel all this stuff to be a true leak. You have my attention. Nice. You have to seem to have a lot of very pressing information. Either you're fake, you're clairvoyant, or you're in some very top percentage of important Game Freak employees that are part of planning, or your friend, partner, uncle is and they hate their job. Or you're from the future and forgot to warn us about the 2 asteroids that will wait. Fair play. Nice little comment there. It's long enough if you think no sane person would put this much info into a fake leak. You have my attention. This is what I mean. Like, they've put so much information into it. It's I don't know, man. Like, is it? I don't even know. But it says here, which release date for the new DLC to Sword and Shield? Can we transfer a Pokemon to Sword and Shield with a 3rd DLC? This person basically just answers it saying, the Sword and Shield DLC will be at the end of this year. Exact date unknown. I don't know, man. I don't know how to feel. Like, when I see something like this, I don't know. I'll link this in the description down below. You can take a look at it yourself. Like I said, there's a lot of comments and stuff reacting to it. It's got a lot of upvotes. A lot of people seem to be biting, believing that it could potentially be true. I just don't know why you would go so out of your way to put this much information into a fake leak. But again, at the same time, how do you know all of this information in the future? especially with the fact that they kind of copped out of it as well, saying that, you know, don't take it all as like confirmed because it could be false, because then if it does turn out to be false, it'd be like, yeah, I did say that it was. But I don't know. It's an interesting one. There's a lot of information here, though. It's a big rumor. Again, like a lot of stuff to go over. That's going to be everything for this video, though. If you did enjoy, drop a like down below. It's quite a long rumor. I apologize. There's so much stuff to go over. Leave a comment. What are your thoughts about this rumor? And then, of course, subscribe if you're brand new. We do daily Pokemon content on this channel. Again, will be linked in the description if you do want to go check it out. That's everything from me, though. Have a fantastic rest of your day. And until next time, peace.